Hey, what's going on, guys? It's White Gaming, back again with some more Icarus. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you are all good and having a good day so far. So today what we're going to be doing is going over some items in the workshop. Now, I love the workshop. It's a great element to this game, and it does remove quite a few little bits of the grindy elements, which to me is perfect, and I like that. But it could be a lot. There could be so much more to it. There's a lot of stuff that I want to go over. A few things are literally just random things that have popped into my head, and I've thought, you know what, that'll be quite cool. And I've made notes and just stuck to little random bits that could really change things. Some could do really well, and others could just, you know, be there for the sake of being there, and people will buy them if they have extra points. Let me know what you think should be added to the workshop. And also subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. I greatly appreciate it. It helps us grow a whole bunch. Let's jump into it. So today what we're going to be doing, as I just mentioned, is talking about this menu here. Now this is the workshop menu. If you are new to the game and you are just checking it out, basically what the workshop menu does is it allows you to buy drop gear. So this gear you will purchase for a set amount of money, and then you will basically have the schematic for it. And then it will cost you a little bit more to craft it. So to research it, it costs 100, and then to craft it is 50. Once you've researched it, that is a one-time cost, and then every time you want to craft it again, it will cost you that 50. So if you lose on a drop, or you completely destroy it and end up throwing it away by accident, or your character gets lost on a drop and you can't bring it back. Now, it is worth noting that if you do completely destroy them, still leave them in your hotbar, you'll be able to jump on the dropship with the destroyed item, and then when you come back, it will be in your box just here. So once it's been destroyed down to completely nothing, just stick it somewhere, and then before you leave the drop, make sure you pick it back up and take it with you. That way, it will come back into this little section here, fully loaded and ready to go on the next drop. Now, this menu is pretty damn cool. There's a lot of good stuff in it. I haven't personally really bought too much. I'm not really that interested in buying that much at the moment. There's some okay stuff on here. The main thing I want is the nano armor. That is pretty much what I'm working towards at the moment. It's going to take a little bit of time getting there, but we'll see. We'll get there eventually. Now, as cool as this is, it's a big menu. There's a decent amount of stuff on here at first glance, but there's not actually that much. All of this section, so from where the arrow is right now, going all the way across and up, there's only, what, 7 items? There's just different variants of those items. So it's just different variants. As you can see, so you've got the pickaxe there, the lower level one, 30 to 35 melee, and then it goes up to the Shenyong Kuang pickaxe, which is 38 to 40, plus a few other little bits there. And then all the way to the top one, the Shenyong Yushi pickaxe, which is an absolute beast. And then you've got this one over here. But the difference between these is really they just give you little bits of bonuses. What I would like to see is much bigger bonuses. Because here, this is the top level axe. These two here, these two pickaxes. And if you're playing in the game and you actually want to get the pickaxes and stuff like that, you get much better for them. Once you start crafting the aluminium stuff, the titanium stuff, which really, if you're pushing it, you can do that in an hour or so. It's going to take you a lot longer than an hour of missions to get the research and the exotics to actually craft these items. And you're going to have to do a hell of a lot of them. Obviously, once you've got them, that is it. You have got it, and it is a good investment. But I personally would like to see, even if it is at an improved cost, these items be much better than anything you can craft in the game. I think that would make the workshop much more viable, and it'd give you a lot more to work for. That is what I'd love to see, especially with things like the pickaxes and like the knives. Obviously, these have got set bonuses, which you can't craft. You can't craft a set bonus, so the 100% mining gold, 10% mining gold, 10% yield from mining copper, you can't get that on crafted items. But what you can get is a bit of a higher melee damage, a higher mining radius, and a higher yield from mining. So this is 135 yield. So you've got the 125 and then plus the 10%, 135. What you can go up to with a max level axe is 140 mining. The only downside to that is obviously you don't have the 10% yield from mining gold and the 10% from mining copper, which I don't know if they stack. So the 10% on top of that mining, so that takes it a little bit higher than the 125. But I don't know if that stacks with the mining gold and the mining copper, so overall you get 20% from those. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but still, the amount these cost, you can still craft them quite easily, something higher level quite easily in the game. Now, the one thing that I am really liking from this menu is the modules. They work really nicely, same as the vaccines and the anti-poisons and all of this kind of stuff. These are quite good just to take in if you know you're going to be getting in a bit of a shit situation. If it's a mission you've done before, then that does help a lot, because you'll think, okay, I need this, 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 and this. What I would love to see in here, just to sort of take away that grindy element a little bit more, they've started it with the MXC campfire. Because we can put a food in there, it's a little bit easier, and it will be lit under any fire, any storm, which is really cool. You can just pop it down outside and you're fine. Whereas the standard campfires, as soon as you put those things down, everything's on fire, the world is over. You have no food, you are a hungry prospector. And it's not pretty. You know, you're going to starve. We don't want to starve. What I would love to see alongside those campfires is, I've mentioned it before, I did it in the What We Want to See from 2022 and Icarus video. Something along the lines of little prefab structures. So even if it's just a little one of one, little hut that you can take down is built for you. You just whack it down like a small container. That's enough to put your bed in, to put your campfire in, and it's something you can pick up, run around, drop down as and when you need it. Sort of like a tent, but just something that can brave the elements a little bit better. Obviously, something like that would cost a hell of a lot of cash. Talking, I would say, for something like that, maybe 5,000 points and 1,000 exotics. Because it's something that's going to significantly improve every single drop that you do, which is great. And it will speed up a hell of a lot. Obviously, you can craft a house in, what, 10, 15 minutes? Less than that if you really just want to smash out something really tiny and just want to put a bed in it. But still, each prospect, you are saving that time. Each prospect that you drop into, especially the ones that are higher level with the storms and that are more based around storms, it would be really easy. It wouldn't make it easy because you've still got the threats of the animals, and when the storm's there, you've got to make sure you pop it down, you get inside, you still have to repair it a little, but it will stop you, you know, having to build so much. And it will help you out in the Arctic regions where there isn't that much of a resource dotted around everywhere, like the wood and anything like that you're going to need to build that hut that you want to save yourself from the elements in. And it's just something that would be more worthwhile, I think. Obviously, the armor, to me, is one of the best things that are in the menu. It just looks cool. The amount of bonuses you get from it. Obviously, the pickaxes and stuff, pretty damn cool. I've just been fannying around buying knives and stupid random stuff and bows that I don't really need, but they work. At the moment, I'm saving up. We are going to unlock everything eventually, but we'll see what happens. I would love to see firearms. I know that's a bit of a push, because firearms, they take quite a long time in-game to get. You can, at a push, an hour and a half of solid grinding, go into every area, grabbing the resources, grabbing what you want to get, all the ores, mining everything, solid hour and a half. But once you've got them, they're awesome and they're so much fun to use. Now, being able to drop with something like that would once again significantly improve time on those harder missions. For me, I like the harder missions, but I don't want to play them too much because it takes me 2 hours to get everything set up, and then I'll come away from it feeling, yeah, that was great, I'm satisfied. And then I'll go back in to those harder missions again a little bit later down the line, and I've still got to do that 2 hour of grinding at the start, which that is a part of the game. That is one of the elements in this game, and I respect that, and I think that's really cool. But to sort of shorten those elements, especially later down the line, I think would be very beneficial to me personally, and a lot of people that I've spoke to on my channel and through Discord and stuff. That is something that would put a few people off in the long run, having to re-grind over and over again. I mean, I don't mind grinding for, you know, half an hour, an hour, if I'm doing the same thing again. Grinding to do something new is enjoyable, but grinding to do something that you've already done just to get a reward, I think is a bit mundane. But we'll see what happens. It could be cool to have things like that in there. I know some people may disagree and say that, no, that makes it too easy. But, I don't know. Obviously, if you check in the description below, we've got what we want to see in 2022. And I did mention in that sort of side missions and things like that. So being able to take this stuff down and then do loads of side missions, you've still obviously got your drop timer and stuff. But having the side missions in there could make it a little bit harder, because then you've got to go and do separate bits. It could be a prerequisite of a mission, you know. You've got to do this mission. Oh, and whilst you're down there, do 2 side missions. To add to that harder element that has been taken away by getting those pre-crafted items. You know, it could work out. It could. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about little things like that. Another thing that I really would love to see in here eventually, obviously not now, it will be coming at some point, I'm pretty damn sure. In a few of the trailers we have seen it, and that is vehicles. Because I would love to be driving around on a little vehicle. I think having to craft fuel on the ground would still be quite cool, but being able to drop the vehicle down with us, just a little bike inside the dropship or something, or a little quad, would be cool. Obviously having to craft something like that, at the moment, crafting generators, weapons, all of that kind of stuff. For me, if I want like a biofuel generator or something, that's a good 4 hours, 4 maybe 5 hours solid going for it, just because of the amount of copper and stuff you need for the electrics. But having something like that to drop would be cool, because like I say, crafting it, I would say that's higher. That's a bit more of a one-up to the biofuel generator, so that's going to be a good few hours, and then you wouldn't really benefit from it too much unless you're doing those really long missions. It is just, it's one of those things. There's so much that could be added to the workshop, but there's also so much that could ruin the workshop. There is that fine line between, and at the moment I've just written down loads of things that I would love to see in there, and some of these things could be something that really shouldn't be in there. If that's what you think, let me know in the comments as well, because, you know, I love hearing everybody's opinion on the game. So far, so many people have commented saying this and that, and what they love about it, what they don't like about it, and I love hearing stuff like that. It's quite fun. It does seem like a lot of the community are really enjoying doing some of these newer missions that they're dropping with updates. But once again, a lot of people are not liking the fact that they're having to redo the same stuff over and over on the longer missions. But obviously the game is young. There's a lot there that's going to be changed. There's a lot that's going to be added. There's a lot that's going to be taken away over this year, I think. I think this will be, I do 100% believe that this will be the best survival game of 2022. There's going to be a few tweaks, a few changes, but I think this will come out on top. But for today, though, we are going to leave that there. We will be back on Thursday with a pretty cool mission. I've started it off already. We've got to clear loads of ice. We're going to use a laser. It's quite damn cool. And clear some avalanches out. So jump in on Thursday at 7 PM. Come and check that out. I greatly appreciate it. But for today, I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.